and assistant professor at Prince Satam bin Abdulaziz University, Saudi Arabia. Profligator. He has authored numerous nursing textbooks, including Applied Psychology and Sociology, textbook of Psychiatric and Mental Health Nursing, and Health Informatics and Technology, published by reputed houses like Elsewhere's, JP, and CBS. Prestigious awards. He is a recipient of the Florence Nightingale Award for Best Nurse in 2016 and was awarded a gold medal by the Governor of Tamil Nadu for securing the state level first rank in conversational English program. He also awarded with gold certificate in the Yogathon Challenge competition for the completion of 108 rounds of Surya Namaskar on World Health Day 2012. Editorial leadership. Dr. Prakash serves as the chief editor for the Journal of Social Educational Dynamics and held editorial board position in several international journals, including the International Journal of Nursing Education and Research. Research and publications. He has published over 20 research articles in high impact Scopus, Web of Science, and PubMed Index journals, covering topics such as mental health stimulation, COVID-19 survivors, sleep quality, and nursing education innovations. Specialized training and certifications. He is a certified master trainer for mental health promotion services collaboration with World Health Organization and NIMANS and holds American Heart Association certification as a BLS and ACLS provider. Expert resource person. He has delivered over 19 expert talks and guest lectures at various national and international forums, recently speaking on the role of artificial intelligence in nursing education. Professional professional membership. He holds lifetime membership in several prestigious organizations, including the University of Melbourne in Australia, American Travel with the Nurses Association, TNI, and the Indian Red Cross Society. Honorable Sir, it is greatest privilege to deliver this session. Please, you can talk the session, sir. Thank you.
Hello, Prakash sir. Can you hear? Prakash sir? Hello, Prakash sir. Slide. Okay, slide.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Prakash sir, can you start?
Yes, sir. I'll start.
Slide is visible, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, very good afternoon. Yes. So the topic of our presentation today is from the data collection to data interpretation. That is a statistical journey in terms of nursing research. So we collect the data. After we collect the data, we are going to interpret the findings. So to interpret the findings, we require the statistics analysis. Yes. Next slide, please.
Recording in progress.
Yes. The statistical methods. So how we are going to classify the statistical method? We classify as the descriptive methods and inferential methods. Descriptive methods are nothing but we describe the statistical data, what we have, the collected data. We are going to plot in terms of graphs or numerical summaries. In terms of inferential methods, we use the statistical test and the confidence intervals to have the inferential data. Next slide, please. Yes. So I have to start the presentation with this. We have a facts. The facts are stubborn things, but the statistics are pliable. So it is a saving given by Mark Twain. So what we say, facts are stubborn, but even the stubborn fact can be changed into a pliable one when the statistics data states. So when we states that when something is we found like some medication is working too well, but with the data says majority of a patient it doesn't work, then the fact itself can be changed because of the statistics. So statistics has its own power to change the fact in this world. Yes, next slide please. Yes. If you see family members in the slide, they are planting and some are really enjoying the beauty of the flowers around, how the flowers are and how the planting mechanism is going on. So that is your qualitative aspect of narrating or taking up the data. Some are counting how many flowers are there in each plant. So that is the terms of the quantitative data. So the data in statistics, we are utilizing the qualitative part as well as the quantitative part as it is in the picture. Yes, next slide please. Yes. So what is the basics of the data analysis? What is statistics? The statistics is a science of collecting the data and you are presenting it and we do an analysis of it and we interpret the numerical data. So we report data in terms of numbers. So yes, a set of values which is recorded in one or more observational units, which is termed as data. The data should be processed. After you process the data, we have a data depiction. That is what we understand from the data we have processed. And we summarize the data. After we summarize it, we transform that. And from the data transformation, we get the information from the data as a final steps. Okay, next slide. Right. So what are the different measurement scales which is available? So we have four scales of measurement, that is nominal, ordinal, interval and ratio. So this nominal and ordinal we generally term as it's a categorical scales. That is the nominal is a like a naming words, right? So ordinal is terms like a rank order. When we order the data, we give someone is superior and someone is inferior as we order the data. So that is a rank order forms of measurement. And we also have the interval scale. So interval scale will comes under the properties. It also has categories. It also has a rank order and the equal spacing of data it is there. But the interval scale does not have true zero measure. Okay. So the ratio scale, the only difference is, so the ratio scale has all the properties. It also has categories, rank order, equal spacing, and the main difference is it has a true zero. So when we say that the room temperature is zero, means the zero is also a temperature which is present in the room. So some measurement where the true zero value is present, then we call them as a ratio scale of measurement. So generally the nominal and ordinal data is considered as qualitative data, whereas the interval and ratio data is considered as a quantitative data. Yes, next slide please. Yes. So there are some errors when we use this measurement scale. Okay, so we categorize the errors into different aspects. The sources of error may be a bias error that is mainly due to the calibration or certain consistency which is consistently recurring because of the human errors, or certain errors because of using some defective equipment, or maybe a loading errors, resolution limitations, or considered as a bias error. And there may be a random errors because of certain human errors, or some disturbances due to the equipment, or fluctuating environmental conditions, or the system sensitivity limitations, like use of a bathroom scale to measure the mass of a small animal. So we generally say it is a bias and random errors. Okay. So the random errors we further classify as it may be an environmental aspect, or it may be due to a observer's point of view, that is an observational error. So there are some systematic errors that may be, and again, this environmental and observational aspects will come in addition to the instrumental and theoretical aspects. Okay. Next slide, please. Right. So in terms of we do a data analysis. So data analysis, we commonly use a SPSS software. What is this SPSS stands for? It says the statistical package for social science. Why you commonly using the SPSS? Because it is user friendly and it is a widely used in nursing research. It is ideal for the quantitative data analysis. In the SPSS interface, when we open the IBM SPSS software, the software has the different views. One view is a data view where you can view the data, and another view is a variable view, that is each variables you can view it off when you click that column. And the third view is when you put the data, when you give an input to the data is in the data views and the variable views, then you are going to the analysis part. After the analysis, it is going to give you an output. Okay, so that is it helpful for your interpretation. So that view is called as an output view. Next slide, please. Yes. So the measurement of central tendency, we generally classify as a measurement of central tendency and measurement of dispersion. Measurement of central tendency denotes the mean, median, and mode. Okay. So what do you mean by mean? So mean is the mathematical average of set of numbers. Mean is commonly referred to an average. So mean is quick and easy to calculate. Mean is used in the variety of ways and it is almost in every industry. So it is nothing but the entire data set. You are going to sum of all the data and you will explore the average out of it. So that is called as mean. Okay. Next slide, please. And the next is median. Median is a middle value of a set of data set. Okay. You remember median is a middle of the road. So how will you calculate? N plus 1 by 2 item. So you have a different set of data set like 2, 5, 6, 7 in this. So you're going to place them from the least to the greatest part and you will identify the middle number of it. See, the given data set was being the least number has been 0 and the highest number is going to be 8. And out of this order, you are identifying the middle value. So that is considered as a median. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay, the next one of is mode. Mode is nothing but which is more frequently repeated observational value in a data set. The most frequently repeated value in the data set. If you see this data set, the most commonly the repeated value is 4. So mode is considered as a 4 because the number 4 is repeated most of the times in the data set. Next slide, please. Right. So far we see in the measures of central tendency, and now we'll see what is measurement of dispersion. We also term as it's absolute measures of dispersion. So it is divided into a range mean deviation and standard deviation. Next slide, please. Next slide. Yes. What is range? Range is the difference between the largest values and the smallest value in a data set. So highest value of an item in a series minus lowest value of an item in a series. So the range of age from oldest to youngest, the range of height who is tall to short, range of speed from fast to slow. So this is the range that we find out, which is the from the highest number to the lowest number. We find out the difference between it, then it gives you a range value. Okay. Yes. Next slide, please. Right. So what is a mean deviation? It is the average of the difference of the values of item from some average of the series. Okay, so how far your mean value it's getting deviated from the central data. Okay, so you identify the mean value first. After we exploring the mean value, we identify the deviation about the mean score. Next slide, please. Yes. The next is standard deviation. So standard deviation, it is a spread of the statistical data which is measured by the standard deviation. Standard deviation is a degree of dispersion or the scatter of a data points which is relative to its mean. So this is the formula of calculating the standard deviation, that what for the population and for the samples. So when you substitute the values in the formula, so first you have to determine the mean value. After that, you have to subtract the mean from each value. Then you have to square each of those differences. Then you determine the average of those squared numbers to get the variance. After that, you will find the square root of variance. And at last, you identify the standard deviation of that value. Okay. Next slide, please. Yes. So the next is we find out the descriptively what is the measures of central tendency and what are the measures of dispersion and how we can present the data. So we can present the data into different forms. Either you can start as like a tabular or graphic or any numerical form. We prefer the graphical data of presentation because of the following reason. So it is a visual display of the data and the statistical results. It is easy to understand the concepts and it is very catchy to our eyes. Next slide, please. Yes, they represent what are the different graphical data we are able to use in our research. We use bar diagrams, bar charts, or a qualitative type of variable in which the variable studied is plotted in the form of bar along with the x-axis in the horizontal, and height of the bar is equal to the percentage of the frequencies which are plotted in the y-axis. The width of the bars is kept constant in all categories. The space between the bars is also remains constant throughout it. So that's about the bar diagram. Next slide, please. Next is histogram. So histogram is used for the quantitative continuous type of data where the x-axis, class interval, and the y-axis we plot the frequencies. It is very similar to the bar chart with the difference that the rectangles or the bars are adjacent without the gaps. In the bar graph, we can able to see there is a gap which is present between your data, where in the histogram it is the bars are continuous, there is no gap. So it is used to present the class frequency table as a continuous data. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so next is the frequency, polygon, and curve. Okay, so after we on the histogram, the same histogram, when you plot the centers of it, when you plot the center value, after you are plotting the center value, we draw a curve. So that curve is called as a frequency polygon. Okay, or frequency curve. Next is a line diagram. So line diagram, it is a graph which shows the differences in the frequencies or a percentage among the categories. So line graphs which uses the line segments to connect the data points and shows the changes in the data over the time. So it is a series data points which is called as a markers which is connected by the straight lines. So usually we just visualize the trend over the different intervals of time. What will be the trend future? Okay. So we predict the future trend using this line diagram. Next slide, please. Next is a pie chart, which is also called as a circular diagram or pie diagram, which is used to display the categorical or a qualitative data. The categories are displayed as a segment of circle whose pieces add up with the 100% of total frequency. So a pie is considered as an entire circle in which the angle of center is equal to the proportion which is multiplied by 360. So a pie diagram which is best for the total categories of 2 to 6. Okay, if it is more than 6, if you mention anything with any want to represent the data more than 6 categories, then what happens? It causes clubbing and it's overcrowded. So it is best for the data when you want to represent the categories should be 2 to 6. Yes, next slide, please. Okay. So then we also use the scatter diagram. The scatter diagram gives a quick visual display of an association between the two variables, both of which are measured on numerical continuous or numerical discrete scale. So especially when we check out the correlation. So either it is a positive correlation or in the negative correlation. That time we use the plotting of the scatter diagram. Okay. So next is a pictogram. In the pictogram, we represent the same in the form of pictures. Then stem and leaf plot. Okay. So even in the SPSS software, when we use the descriptive analysis part, that time there is an option called as stem and leaf plot. So that means if you see the picture, that is 49. So the common value will be kept in the stem part. Okay. So there are differing values will be in the leaf part. So the 49, the first number 49, which is representing as 4 and 9. So 4 in the stem and 9 in the leaf. Like that, the common one will be in the stem. The common number is in the stem and the variable number in the leaf. So that is a stem and leaf plot. Then box and whisker plot. That is, the box and whisker plot is also called as box plot, which shows the 5 number of summary of a set of data. That is minimum, lower quartile, median, upper quartile, and maximum. If you see this, the box and whisker plot, okay, so you are able to identify the data set which is minimal one and which is a maximal one. So it is also going to display the interquartile range, which is nothing but the difference between the upper quartile and the lower quartile, that is Q3 minus Q1. So you are able to explore which is the median value also in the box and whisker plot. Next slide, please. Yes. So now is the inferential statistics. Okay. So from the entire population, you are going to derive the small set of sample. And from that small set of sample, what it is derived, you can make out what is the frequency, you can make out what is going to be the percentage distribution. That is all going to comes under a descriptive statistics. But when you doesn't do the inferential statistics, then you cannot say the sample, that the analysis what you done with the sample, it does not generalizing the entire population. So when you want to say that the data analysis what you have done with the set of samples, if it is representing the entire population, that can be done only with the use of inferential statistics. Okay, next slide, please. Yes. So, what is this inferential statistics? That is, as I said, inference, that is making a generalization about a larger group of individual on the basis of subset of sample. Okay, so then only we'll say that is a inferential statistics. Yes, next slide, please. Yes. So, what is the hypothesis? Hypothesis is a statement which is created by the researcher, okay, as an outcome of your research or experiment. So, it is a precursor of this hypothesis is a problem. So, hypothesis has some characteristics, that is, it has a capable of verification. Hypothesis must be related towards the existing body of knowledge, and hypothesis need a precise, simple, and specific. We have two types, that is null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. Okay, next slide, please. Yes. So, what is this null hypothesis? When you want to state that there is no difference which is exhibited or expected. So, we have two variables as like a dependent and independent variable. So, when there is a no relation exists between the two variables, then we say it is a null hypothesis or nil hypothesis. Okay. So, when there is some sort of differences you expect between the two variables, then we call them as it is a alternative hypothesis. That is, you expect some significant difference. When it shows some direction, either in a positive way, or your hypothesis shows some direction either in a positive move or in negative move, then it is a directional hypothesis. When it does not have any set of direction or you expect any difference out of it, it is a non-directional hypothesis. Okay, next slide, please. Yes. So when you are testing the hypothesis, okay, so when there is an error may happen, okay. So this is just an example of a case, okay. So if you see the four cases which has been in the first case, a person is really innocent, but judge identify the person is a innocent. That means what? Person is also innocent, and judge also say the person is innocent, is not to be put into jail. Whereas in the second case, a person is innocent, but judge identify the person as a guilty. Okay. In the third case, a person is guilty and the judge identify the person as a innocent person. In the fourth case, a person is guilty and the judge identify the person as a guilty. So in the terms of the first case and the fourth case, what happened? There is a right identification by the judge what exactly the person is. Whereas in the second case and the third case, there is a misidentification which happens between the judge and the victim. Okay. So when this misidentification takes place in our data, then there is a chance of error which occur in our hypothesis testing. Okay, next slide, please. Yes. See, you can able to see this. There are two types of error. That is a type 1 error. We call them as a type 2 error. So type 1 error, the verdict against the person while he was innocent. Okay, he was actually innocent. He's been put into state of punishment. Okay, so that is type 1 error. So type 2 error, when the verdict is favor of person while he was guilty. So that is a type 2 error. Okay, so like this we have a type 1 hypothesis error and type 2 hypothesis error. Okay, next slide, please. So when the null hypothesis is to be true until we found the strong evidence against it, okay, then we accept the alternative hypothesis. So we also determine the significance level, the alpha, which can be understood as a probability, okay, as we say in the previous example. Thus, if the significance level is smaller, it will require more evidence to reject the null hypothesis. Okay. So, yes. So, this is what the picture of how the type 1 and type 2 error happens. So, type 1 is going to be false positive. Okay, so the person has not been pregnant, but the doctor says you are pregnant. So it is a false positive one. It's a type 1 error. So type 2 is generally we term is a false negative. Okay, so actually the mother is pregnant, but the doctor says that you are not pregnant. So that is a false negative part. So when you want to accept the null hypothesis when it's not exactly true, okay, when you reject the true null hypothesis, that is a type 1 error. When you accept the false null hypothesis, that is a type 2 error. Next slide, please. Yes. So how we are going to do the testing of this hypothesis? So when we collect the data, after we collecting the data, we are going to state the hypothesis. Either you are going to state the null hypothesis or alternative hypothesis. After that, you will be selecting the test statistics. Okay. So what is the exact statistics you are going to do? Then you are going to calculate the test statistics, then you make the statistical decision. So that statistical decision is either to reject the null hypothesis or not to reject the null hypothesis because the null hypothesis is true. So that conclusion you will come to it. So these are the steps of hypothesis testing. So what you are testing, you have to first determine it. That is, you are testing up, going up with the proportions or the mean value or the frequencies. If it is going to be proportion, you are going to compare the proportion in a sample to the expected value, that is sample Z, one sample Z test. When you are going to do the proportion between two samples, then you want to use the two sample Z test. Suppose you're calculating with towards the mean, then you have to compare the mean of the sample with the expected value, that is one sample t test. You compare the mean of the samples from the two different populations, then that is two sample independent t test. So when you are comparing the mean of the two samples from the same population, then it is a two sample paired t test. Suppose you are going up with the frequencies, means you are comparing the count of the some variables in the sample to be an expected distribution. Then the chi-square goodness of fit is used. So we are comparing the counts of some variables between the two samples, then that is chi-square homogeneity. When you check the single sample to see if it is going to be the discrete variables or independent, then that is chi-square independent test is used. Next slide, please. Yes. So what steps you are going to follow? You are going to state the hypothesis. Then you are setting the level of significance. So after you set the level of significance, you are going to compute the test statistics. Then you make a decision based on your p-value. Okay, either to accept the hypothesis or you are going to reject the hypothesis. So this is the steps involved in testing the hypothesis. Okay, next slide, please. So what is this p-value? The p-value is the measurement of defense or the attorney argument. That is, when the p-value is less than your alpha, we reject the null hypothesis, or if the p-value is greater than alpha, we fail to reject the null hypothesis. Okay, next slide, please. Yes. So what are the different statistical tests? Okay, so we divide into the parametric and non-parametric. Okay, we'll see that in the forthcoming slides. So that's statistical test of t-test, that is we use when you compare the means between two groups. So t-test commonly we use for the small sample size. If it is going to be the large sample size, then z-test is used when to compare the means between the two groups. Suppose you have to compare the means between the 2 plus group, that is more than two groups. Okay, you want to compare the means of more than two groups, then that time we are using a ANOVA statistical test. So when we want to compare the proportions, okay, we are taking up the proportions That based on when we want to compare the proportions between two groups, then that time we are using the chi-square. So ANOVA is also called as a F test. We also say that is a F test to compare the means of a multiple groups. Okay, next slide, please. Yes. So when we want to test the difference between the means, okay. So what are the sequence? We have the data on hand. So what are the sequence we will follow? So do you know the population standard deviation? So firstly, when you have a standard deviation value and the population standard deviation value is that you know about it, then you check out the sample size. Is the sample size is it a small sample or large sample? If the sample size was above 30, is considered as a large sample. So when you have a large sample size data set, okay, so then it is, yes, when you have a large sample data set, then we will go with the Z test. If the sample size is going to be less than 30, then we are going with the usage of t-test. Okay, so we have the parametric test and non-parametric test. So what is this parametric test? When you collect the data, so the data values has to be normally distributed in the normal distribution curve. So when the data has a normal distribution, then we call them as a parametric test. When the data is what you collect it is not normally distributed, it is an unevenly distributed. When you draw the normal distribution curve, then we have to adopt them for a non-parametric test. So in parametric test, if it is going to be one sample or two samples, if it is in one sample, we always go ahead with the t-test or z test. That depends upon the sample size, either it is less than 30 or more than 30. If it is going to be the two samples, then we start up with the independent sample. We have to check out is an independent samples or paired samples. You are going with the paired samples, then you have to use a paired t-test. It's an independent sample. You can go with the two group t-test or z test. Okay. Yes. Next slide, please. Yes. So when we are going to with the Z test, when you have a two population, you have a larger samples in your data set. Okay, it is considered as the when you have a what information you already have. So you should have a standard deviation of the population, and you should have a population mean or proportion. Okay, so when these data are available, then only you can able to calculate the Z test. Okay, so when you are going to do the t-test, when you have a two small samples, okay, so the sample size is to be less than 30. So what are all the information you have to be already you have in data set, that is in your findings, that you should have a standard deviation of the sample and you should have a sample mean. Okay, so this is for your t test. Okay, so F test or F statistics or ANOVA, that is more than two. We generally say more than two group or two samples. So three or more samples. So when you have a group size, what is your mean value of your group and standard deviation of your group? So when you have all this, then you can calculate the ANOVA. Okay, so then we have a chi-square test. Chi-square test is generally termed as a semi-parametric test because it is equated. You can also say it is a parametric and you can also say it is a non-parametric. So generally we say it is a semi-parametric test. So when you have a two samples, when you have a number of observation for each categorical variable, then we go ahead with the chi-square test. Okay, so what are the common statistical tests? If you have a two independent groups, it is going to be either the nature of variables or qualitative, that is the nominal. Then it is going to be a chi-square test. It is quantitative, or continuous. Then it is student t-test. When two related groups, that is in a qualitative, it's just, you will go with the chi-square test in the nominal data. With the continuous data, the quantitative, go ahead with the paired t-test. when you have a more than two independent groups. Okay, so for the nominal qualitative data chi-square test, and we have a two independent groups more than, if it is going to be a continuous data, then only we will go ahead with the ANOVA test or F test. Okay. Yes, next slide, please. Yes. So when you have the set of data in your hand, we have to, the first line is we can able to see the students commonly, generally they go for the t-test or call Pearson correlation. Okay, so it is not that the whatever familiar to us, we are just going to do the analysis. First and foremost, we have to come to the decision, is the data was normally distributed or not. Okay, because then only it gives you a pathway. Either you have to go with the data analysis of a parametric test or non-parametric test. So which pathway you are going to choose first? So for that purpose, you have a test of normality or normality test. We have a Kolmogorov Smirnov test, KS test, and also we have a Shapiro-Wilk test. Okay, so this test can be done with the SPSS software. Okay, right. So maybe at last I will show how you have to test the normality. Okay, right. So this is the previous slide, please. Yes. So if the p-value is more than the 0.05, okay. So the curve is either, you have to come to the conclusion it is normally distributed or not. If it is a normal distribution of curve, yes means we will go with the parametric test. When there is a no normal distribution of curve was lacking, then we go with the non-parametric test. Okay. Next slide, please. Yes. So how do you do the normality test in the SPSS software? Okay. So method one, we take how you are going to with the Shapiro-Wilk test. Okay. So this test is mostly helpful for the small and medium samples. Sometimes it work on large samples also. So what are the steps you have to follow? Just you have to open the IBM SPS software. After you open the SPS software, you have to click the analyze button. Okay. After you click the analyze, you have to go with the descriptive statistics portal, and in the descriptive statistical portal you have a button called explore. Okay, so click the explore. You move your variable into the dependent list, that is what you are going to test of it, that you have to carry towards the dependent list. Then there is an option called as plot. You have to click the button plot, and you need to tick the normality plots, because this is the normality plot and the normal distribution is there present or not. So you need to tick that. After that you have to press continue and OK button. Okay, next slide. Right. So how you read this result is very easy. When the p-value is more than 0.05, okay, then the data is considered as a normal. If it is less than or equal to 0.05, then the data is not normal. That means it is opposite to that your value of significance. Okay, level of significance we check. So it is going to be opposite to the level of your significance. Your normality value is present or not. Okay. So second method is a graphical method. Okay. So you can also plot the same in the histogram. So how I have said about the different data presentation. Okay. So you can put there is an option histogram, and in the histogram also you can plot the frequency curve. Okay. So because of with the help of the frequency polygon, you can able to analyze that the curve is like a bell shaped or not. But it is not a confirmatory, because someone will feel like it looks like a normal distribution, but actually it doesn't seems to be a normal distribution. So this is not the confirmatory method, whereas the method one, the KS test, what you have seen, it is a confirmatory method. Like you come to the conclusion, you have to move towards the parametric test or non-parametric test. Okay. Next slide, please. Yes. So what are all the various parametric tests which can be equivalent or which is more similar to that of the non-parametric test. So after testing the normality, you come to the conclusion how we have to go with the parametric test or non-parametric test. So, okay. So if it is going to be the Pearson correlation in your parametric test, you want to check the relation existing between the two variables. Okay, you are going with the Pearson correlation. So which is the equivalent test in the non-parametric was that is Spearman correlation test or Kendall correlation. So it is the equivalent or similar test for your parametric test. Suppose it is the t test. Okay, if it is there is no normality distribution, so you are not able to go with the t test. So then the equivalent test in the non-parametric method, what you can choose is that is Wilcoxon sign rank test. If it is going to be the two independent group, then you will be choosing the Mann-Whitney U test. Then in for ANOVA, okay, if you are the curve, there is no normality. Instead of ANOVA, you will be going up with the Kutzal-Wallis test, okay, as a part of non-parametric test. So these are the equivalent test, which is similar to that of your parametric. What is the equivalent test? You go with the non-parametric part. Okay. Next slide, please. Right. So next is before this, all this, the two things is very important in your starting up with your data collection itself. You have to check the reliability of your tool, because if the tool itself not reliable means then the entire things is considered waste. So whatever the data is you collected is completely waste. So when we say the scale is reliable, we have the Cronbach alpha score. The Cronbach alpha score has to be more than 0.7, then only it is considered as your scale is reliable. Okay, so for this we have a in the SPSS software, you go to the you click the button analyze. Then after you click the analyze button, you can go with the reliability. Then from the reliability, there is an option called as scale reliability. Okay, when you click the scale reliability, then you feed your data and automatically it will reveal that what is the Cronbach alpha score. Okay, so you can also use the type of reliability method. Suppose you want to use any specific reliability type method to test this, then you can use a test retest reliability method. Okay, so the same similar tool you have been using up again, that is you are doing a test again, you are doing the test again, so that is test retest. So after you are doing the test again, then you are checking the reliability. So how you check the reliability? We do the correlation between the first values whatever you have done collected and with the second values, so that we are doing the test retest reliability method. Then if you want to have a psychometric properties of the scale little more deeper into it, okay, then we do the factor analysis. So what is this factor analysis is? It is the grouping up of the data set into together or a similar set of items in a questionnaire. Suppose you have a 100 questions. Okay, so in the 100 questions you have the 10 subdivisions. So in the 10 subdivisions, which are all the questions will comes under the first division, which are all the questions will match to the second division. Okay, we think and we assume and we do that in a questionnaire, right? So after you administering the questionnaire, you will collect the information of the data from your score value itself. You can feed the score value in the SPSS software, and with the score value itself you can do the analysis, that is called as factor analysis. Why it is important? Like, so if you are checking up this, you have an option called as delete an item in a SPSS to improve your reliability score. So if you tick that, it will show if I'm going to delete this particular item in the scale, then the reliability score will increase. So that option is there in the SPSS software. So if you want to remove some of the questions in your data set so that your reliability score can be increased, that can be done using the factor analysis. So it is easy for the grouping up of the question in your collected data set. Okay. Yes. So hope I have overviewed it. So if I get the access, maybe I will show some demonstration of how you check the normality. Okay, screen. Okay, so this is just the a random value. Hope my screen is visible to you. Yes. Okay. So this is the random value. I just plotted out the hemoglobin value in the SPSS software. So okay. So I'm comparing with the two group. The group one is your the number one I labeled is a experimental group and two is the control group. Okay. So I just put the some I give some intervention. So for example, I give an iron supplement okay to a single group of your experimental. Whereas in the control group, I am not giving a iron supplement. I want to check the hemoglobin value. Okay, right. So these are all the values. I just got it. Okay, but I want to check out whether it is normality or not. Okay, as a normality test. So I want to go click the analyze button. After you click the analyze button, okay, you have a descriptive statistics. In the descriptive statistics, you have to click explore. Okay. So after the explore, it will be like this. Okay. So I want to put the HP into the carry into the dependent list because I want to check out the hemoglobin. Okay. I want to check out it is coming under normality or not. Okay. So then in the statistics, it is generally we give the 5% errors may happen. So you take the descriptives. Okay. So in the plots, so which plot I need? Okay. So stem and leaf, maybe it looks easy, but for some of them it is very complicated to interpret the normal distribution. So we are removing it. We are putting up histogram. You require histogram. So we tick the histogram option. So this option has to be in tick mark, that is the normality plots with the test. Then only you are able to get the normality test result. Okay, right. So after you're ticking up this, then you have to with the continue button. Okay. After you continued, you need both the how you want to display. You want to display only statistics or only plot, or you want to see the both. So I just put a both the value. Okay. So then, oh, okay. So you have the, yes, you have the result. This is the two result test of normality. So you have the Kolmogorov Shimrov, that is the KS test. Okay. And you also have a Shapiro-Wilk test. So you can able to see the value of significance, that is 0.200 here. And here also like 0.7. Okay. So that means what is the value was your it is value was more than 0.05. So that means it is normally distributed. You can able to see the histogram. The values are I just put randomly. Okay. So it is going to be normally distributed. So when it is normally distributed, then you have to think over that I have to go with the parametric test. Okay. And later you decide depends on the number of samples. See, the number of samples are small. Okay. Less than 30. Then you have to think over that. I'm going to plot the t test like that. Okay. So Yes. Suppose this is just the data of some scale, which is checking up the job satisfaction. Okay, of it's very satisfied or agree, some like Likert scale. Okay, right. So suppose you want to check the reliability of it. Okay, just click this. Okay, and you want to click the analyze button. After analyze button, go to the scale. In the scale, you have to click the reliability analysis. Okay, after you are checking the reliability analysis, what are all the item you want to check the reliability analysis? Suppose these are all the items I want to check, so I have just adopted it. Okay, after that, after taking up all this inside, then we check with the Cronbach alpha score. Okay, so click the alpha button. After this alpha button, you have to click OK. Okay, then oh, okay. So then if you click it, you can able to see the output. Okay, the output is going to be point 0.5. The Cronbach alpha score is point 0.5. I said that the scale is reliable when it is going to be above zero point 0.7. Okay, that means what? These items are not considered reliable. Okay, right? So this is your item statistics. You can even see that what is the mean and the standard deviation score for each item. And is it is the inter-item correlation matrix. What is the relation or correlation exists between the each item of your data set? That can be also you can check. Okay, so now it is stating that it is not reliable. Suppose you are going to do the factor analysis. Okay, so you go to the analysis part and you just click the dimension reduction. Okay, dimension reduction. And the dimension reduction, you have to click this factor. Okay, so when you want to incorporate this and you do the factor analysis, then you can able to identify the each item score. Any item scale can be deleted like that. Okay, this is not the exact scale for this item analysis, so just okay. So this is descriptive statistics, we just give it. And the correlation matrix, we generally give this KMO and Bartlett test, because this KMO and Bartlett result has to be above zero point 0.6. Then only it is eligible for the factor analysis. So we will give this tick mark. Okay. Then continue. Okay, in extraction, suppose you want the principal components should be selected, and in the extraction, you also take the unrotated factor solution as well as in the screen part. Okay, so if you want the different rotation, so each rotation method has one level of one significance why use. Commonly we use the rotation that is varimax. So you take this varimax. Okay, and after selecting all this, then you have to go with the click the analysis part. You want to select which are all the items. Suppose you are selecting all, you have to select all. Okay. Yes. So now you can able to check out the scree plot value. Like this scree plot itself, is it coming very straight and where the diversion is happening? Okay, this is your eigenvalue. From your eigenvalue, where the exact diversion was happening. The plot is plotted, but where the diversion is happening on that score. Okay, you have to match that score with the correlation matrix in your factor analysis. Okay. I hope you got some idea like the orientation of uh, so how you have to go the sequence in the statistics. Now it's a time for your discussion. You have any queries?
Prakash sir, can you hear?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So thank you very much, sir, for your uh, effective explanation about the statistical journey in nursing research, especially data interpretation. Really, in a very short period time, you explained everything, and your content, especially that 46 slides, 45 slides, sir, it is really useful, especially for all the PG students. It is really useful. And you mentioned the statistical methods, measurement scale, especially descriptive and inferential, then sources of error in measurement, then measurement of central tendency and dispersion, especially the mean deviation. Many people knows the standard deviation. Today they may aware about what is mean deviation. Then data representation, especially tableau and graphical data numeric. And today with clearly you explained about the what is stem leaf plot and box whisker plot also. And in the demonstration in the SPSS, so it is really that is the very important things today. I also got some knowledge how to utilize the SPSS software in for our Tableau representation. And hypothesis part also, sir, it is really, and I understand about what we understood about the type 1 type error and chances of error and how to make the hypothesis as per our types of study. Then you clearly narrate about the different statistical tests, t-test, z-test, ANOVA and chi-square. Then finally normality also, Kolmogorov and Smirnov, Shapiro and Wilks test. So thank you very much, sir. We clearly know about the steps of the software, and it is really very useful and effective. And I hope it is really very was a sound session on this day. And sir,
Thank you, sir. Thank
can I ask some sir, doubts sir, from
Sorry.
the audience?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, it's a question from the student side. Okay, does
Okay.
the level of significance whether affect the hypothesis acceptance or the rejection, sir? Okay,
Yes. So based on that level of significance, only we determine that the hypothesis is either rejected or accepted. So we generally say it is the p-value we fix. It is going to be like 0.05 or 0.01. Okay. If it is the 0.01 level, it is highly significant, we say. If it is at the level less than, that is the p-value is less than 0.05, it is significant. Then if it is going to be the p-value is less than 0.01, then it is highly significant. So based on this value only, we say that your hypothesis is either we are accepting or we are rejecting the stated hypothesis.
okay, sir, and last, sir. Sir, in which factors that determine we can select the parametric or non-parametric, sir? So many times the student will confuse in which factors we can select the parametric and non-parametric test.
So, yeah, so that's why I put in my presentation like
Yes,
we have to do the normality test.
yes, sir.
So whenever you have the set of data into it, so because even the students in the plan of data analysis in the proposal itself, they mentioned this is the test I'm going to do it.
Yes,
So
sir. In the
how you come to the conclusion like this is the test you're going to do, even not done the pilot study also we don't know, right? Maybe they say that with the previous study I have done it, okay, but actually speaking, the previous research work you can choose it, but based on your pilot study findings only you can come to the conclusion like your curve is should be normally distributed. When your curve is normally distributed, then only you can go with the parametric test. If it is not normally distributed, then you have to go with the non-parametric test. And that depends on the other factors like what samples, how many samples you are using, and what is your exact output of it, and what is your exact research objectives. So based on the different parameters only, that which particular test you are going to use it, that we can decide with having all these factors in our mind.
So thank you, sir, for your valuable and reliable information. Okay, and many students, sir, they send the feedback. So, okay, the statistical this content is slide is very important and very useful for apply their dissertation. Thank you very much, sir, for join with us.
Hello.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your
Hello.
valuable inputs.
Hello.
Thank you.
Now for the felicitation, would like to request our Dean Madam to felicitate Professor P.S. Edwin Anand Sir, Principal Gopabandhu Institution of Medical Science and Research, Cuttack.
Prakash sir, sir, hey. Prakash sir, can you hear me? Hello sir, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Our madam wants to tell about something, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Sir, it was a really wonderful presentation. You made it as so easy where even BSc students can understand what is statistics and how to apply, where to apply, and hypothesis testing. All these things you made it so easy, and it was a really very enriching topic, sir. And we actually yours is a very last session today. But still, though it was a post lunch, but you keep people awake, and they also were so actively listening. I thank yourself and as well as our participants. And thank you so much, sir. We really extend gratitude from our side and from University and College of Nursing. We really extend our warm thanks to you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much, ma'am. And, it is a very useful session, and I hope they all the students has gained a lot of information throughout this international conference. And Dreams School was really rocking and
Thank you, sir.
organizing such a wonderful conferences and valuable academic inputs to your students. And my best wishes to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you, students.
Thank you.
What time do you come? 5 o'clock. Okay, then we'll start. Okay, you can just put our slides. Which one? This one? This one. So, Satish, Satish, our data put our download to the download.
Yeah.
So we have to do
Uh,
setting up.
we'll set final expo.
This is not premium. Name of the place. Academically, only please. 43. For years and other members also know the first 3 years me and the okay, with the number. And also starts to let them also give no giving a list, his registration number, their name, and the highest mark. Bharat sir, if you wanted to speak, maybe now send us an English.
Yeah, I will solve it.
We have half an hour time, no? We will do it. Hello, what is it? How do you get it? Very much fun. I will have following. So,
Sir?
or many people coming next welcome. What the then like that? What did you want? And something he got the two five what you gonna Satish feedback and I could post this second part.
Durga, please open my email ID. son.conference forms studies. One important announcement. Please fill the feedback form and post test link which we have shared in the delegates group. Please fill the feedback form and post test. Okay, post test link, feedback link we have sent in the groups. Please fill it. It is necessary for getting your e-certificate. Okay, so you have time. Please do it immediately.
Here we don't have any prints. Here no.
Dr. Satish.
Okay, then we'll get it.
Yes.
When they'll come?
Say 3:30. You can use maybe 10-15 minutes. You can
20
use.
minutes.
Leave us by 3:20.
How much
Okay,
they'll
till they
come?
come. Huh?
Let them come and sit.
Huh.
Okay.
Yes. You want to talk now?
Yeah,
Ah,
or as you say,
No,
now
sir.
or afterwards.
how long you take? 10 minutes?
You don't know how much time you have.
10 minutes.
Now
We
the
don't
time.
now we don't want to leave the student. If
And
we are
after
keeping
that,
quiet.
after that, they will go.
So this
Give
is
me
the
10,
time you
5
can.
minutes. I'll just come.
Okay.
Let them come. Huh? My PPTs.
Yeah, I'm showing the PPT.
Meanwhile, You need to be downloaded.
Yes, ma'am.
And I want the posters and feedback.
Yes, ma'am.
This to
So, very good afternoon to all. So, I'm not here to bore you again. So, I'll just talk a bit about mindset actually. It's a very favorite topic. So, I'll ask Satish sir to please put my slides. Yeah. And where is that? Okay. So, I request some of you can go with the mic there, one or two, if it is available. So, what do you think about this mindset or winner's mindset? So, winner's mindset, okay, that is a small topic and talk I just wanted to have. Uh, is it moving?
Slide somebody move.
Somebody can move the slides. Otherwise, this we can use.
Yeah, help. Slide move. Slide it.
Is there only.
You can try, sir. सर ऑफ करके ऑन कीजिए
Yeah, yeah.
सर माइक किसको
No, it's not coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
We need to call the students.
No, no. So, now this is exercise for everyone. Please now take your notepad. सब लोग please just take your pen, paper. Answer the question number 1. Okay, just leave that. I just want you to answer the question number 3. Your 3 top role models. Just your 10 seconds to write that. Please do it fast. Come on. Write your role model. The role model could be your parents, your political leader, maybe some businessman or anybody. Please write fast. This is exercise to understand ourselves, who we are. Please do it fast. We don't have much time. Your role models. Now somebody will go with the mic to the middle of this audience, please. Okay. Done? Yes? Please write your 3 role models. If not 3, 2. If not 2, write 1. Just write 1. Okay. Next is your strength. Your top strength. Any one strength that you feel you are good at this. You are a good listener, you talk confidently, you make good friends, you are good at study, whatever. Then challenges you experience in a life, your passion, and what qualities do you like in yourself. Now, students, whenever we answer this question, who you are, who am I? When I say, who am I say I'm Bharat Parik. No. If I answer these questions, then clearly I'll able to define myself who you are. Suppose if I follow a particular political leader, if I say that Ratan Tata is my role model or Mahatma Gandhi is my role model or whoever it is, my top strength is these 2-3 points. That will help you to become better version of yourself. So the first thing in any mindset in a life start with knowing oneself. Now, this is a question and I want at least one should answer this. You will agree with this. People thought differently. They act differently. Yes? You all are sitting here. You think differently. You act differently. Your attitude is different. Now the question is, why some people are more smarter than others? We always say, oh, he is more smarter. Why? What exactly is that ingredient that makes someone more smarter? Now the question is there anything that made them smarter permanently? Is the smartness is a permanent thing? If somebody becomes smart means he will remain smart forever? Like when we ask you a question in the conferences and you don't answer. Why? Because you feel, no. If I'll answer, I may sound stupid. Right? So that is a kind of a mindset. Now the question is, and is there something that made them smart permanently? What is the answer for this? For first point, we agree. The people have a different mindsets. Some people seems to be more smarter than others, but what made them more smarter? No, there are two types of mindset. Now, please try to relate yourself with what mindsets you belongs to. One is a fixed mindset. Now, what are the features of these people? They create an urgency to prove themselves. They always create an urgency to prove themselves. If you see, if your class teacher plan a retest, the most smart and intelligent student of the class will often deny, no, 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 ma'am. Or somebody who score already high will say, no, ma'am, will not go for the second test. So the question is, success depends on certain traits, or is it inherent? Unfortunately, most of us believe that if somebody is doing good in a class, scoring a good marks, it's because of the person is permanently smarter, having some genetic inheritance. So that kind of mindset. How many of you believe that somebody scoring a number one in your class is because the person is inheritedly doing good, because having some genetic predisposition to being intelligent? Or I am average or somebody is below average because my condition is different. So now comes the fixed mindset. People always wanted to prove themselves, their greatness. They believe that people should recognize them, they should appreciate them. But at the same time, second type of mindset, that is a growth mindset. What is a growth mindset? People who believe that all these traits which makes you more smarter are just merely an efforts, proper efforts, strategies, and with the help of others, you can become more smarter. And they focus more on the efforts, process rather than the talent. They are the growth mindset. Now, how many of you are aware about this story? Everyone, yes? What do you want to be like? Rabbit or tortoise? What is your choice? What do you want to be known as? Huh? Tortoise. Please raise your hand so I can just see who want to be who want to be known as a tortoise. Both, sir, want to be both. Okay, please raise. Yeah, please. Fine. Okay. So those who want to be tortoise, let me describe who they are. That means you want to be known as a slow person. अरे यार ये तो कुछ भी नहीं करेगा, कुछ नहीं होता इससे. Tortoise is symbol for that only ना. धीरे धीरे चलेगा, लेजी है, नो एफर्ट्स. और अगर वो जीत जाएगा तो क्या बोलेंगे उसके लिए? कैसे जीत गया? Everybody will be surprised. Now suppose I give an example of my own daughter. She scored very nice in exam. But she was very disappointed. Maga, what happened? My teacher asked me, oh, you got these many marks. I'm surprised. Would you like to be known as a tortoise again? You want to be known as a slow person? You want to be recognized a person with no talent? Everybody was surprised how this tortoise can win the race. Actually, we all want to be like a rabbit. That's why the reel कितने seconds का होता है? 90 seconds का होता है ना, जो social media पे हम लोग देखते हैं. We want to be smart, short. So everyone want to be like a rabbit. We want to be known smarter. छोटी books पढ़ना है, छोटी definition पढ़ना है, कम काम करना है, ज़्यादा result लेके आना है. I tell you, the disastrous thing one teacher can do with their student, by saying someone, oh, that student scored very high in a class even without putting efforts, that will take the child to the fixed mindset. Means one side we believe that if you have to put efforts to win, you are not a naturally gifted person, you are a slow man. So if you are gaining some success in your life, the success is coming without putting efforts. Now Virat Kohli is a Virat Kohli, he is putting so much score on a board. Why? Is he talented or he is putting efforts? So please understand that. So what you want to be, then this is a one thing for all of you youngsters. When we ask you the questions, you don't reply, because we every one of us having a baggage of being something. Now the Bharat Parik is having a baggage of being the Bharat Parik. You have a baggage of being something. Why I'm here in this suit wearing a tie? Because I want to be something. I want to present myself in the best version. That is a baggage actually. Baggage of being smart, baggage of being something. Many of you have iPhones. How many of you have iPhone, please? Raise your hands. Huh? Come on. Few of them. Yeah, देख एक दूसरे का हाथ उठा रहे हो. जिसके पास आईफोन है वो नहीं याद कर रहा अपना खड़ा. So why a person need an iPhone? No. Having an iPhone is not a bad thing. I also have an iPhone. I use a MacBook. But the question is it a liability or asset for you? Now please read this. Your biggest worry, I'm telling you, students, is it your biggest worry? You are more worried about your reputation when actually you have nothing, isn't it? We are more worried, oh Papa, please, I won't go in that car. Papa, I want to wear that kind of, things, that kind of stuff. I need that kind of phone. So you want to create a reputation, and that reputation is something is not your own. So dear students, please never do that. So just I will just take one point here. There is a question and difference between the commitment versus promise. I promise myself to be something. I promise myself to do physical workout. I promise myself to study hard. I promise myself to set goals. But promises are not enough. What we need to have? We need to have the commitments. What is the difference? Can anybody tell me the difference between commitment and the promise? Promises are something that we do to others. I promise you. Whereas the commitment is a promise that I make to myself. So whenever you want to succeed, or if you want to succeed in your life, you have to make the commitments. Commitments are very, very, very important. Okay. There is another important thing. Please settle down. Yeah. This is what you call inner engineering, inside out approach. There is a famous book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And the first point that they talks about, be proactive. I will not talk about all these points, but only I'll take 2-3 points. Be proactive. What is the meaning of being proactive? Proactive means only focus on controllable. What you can control? What you can control? You can control your reactions. You can control yourself. You can control your efforts. Oh, that person is not behaving properly with me. Is it in your control? No, that is not in your control. Your results are not in your control. But the efforts in your study is in your control. Whether you'll get a disease or not in your control. But health is in your control. So please always focus on what is controllable. That is the meaning of being proactive. Next is, there's another important point. I think that's most of the nursing students are lacking. That is being assertive. What do you mean by the term being assertive? This word is very common to you, no? Assertive. What do you mean by this term? Assertive means I respect you, I respect your rights, but at the same time, I want the same respect for me. Learn to say no. Learn to oppose if something is violating your this thing. Okay? So be assertive. If you are not assertive, you will be either aggressive or you will be either passive. Oh, I think this is a very good thing. You just see the last picture here and what it says. And how many of us are doing PhD on that? क्या लिखा है वहां पे? दूसरों पर PhD करने से बेहतर है कि हम खुद पर ग्रेजुएशन कर लें. But our tendency is what? We always try to do PhD on others, what others are doing. And one second, ma'am. Have this.
We have one felicitation for the judges who conducted paper evaluations.
Mhm.
So can you complete within 5 minutes?
Just 3 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Now, the last takeaway here, just read out these words: good, should, ought, right, wrong, agree, disagree. As a nurse, you should avoid using these words. They are the powerful killers of communication. Now, you think about this. I'll just end up by saying my own life story. When my daughter was 6 year old, and very second day of the schooling, she came and says, Papa, I want to marry with that one boy in my class. A 6 year old daughter telling very frankly to her father, I want to marry with that guy. Why? Now my daughter is turned to be 14 years. Something similar happened in my society. A girl aged 16 years attempt suicide. Fortunate enough, we could save her, having a same story. But she failed to say same thing to her parents. Now the question from me is, what exactly happened in 6 years to 16 years? Because the people, the parents, the teacher, those who are using these words, a 6 year old child don't know what is right and wrong. They will say whatever comes to their mind. But as we grow, we learn these social words. We learn this should, ought, good, bad. Now you'll be very comfortable to share your private things, your private secrets, your anything that you've done which you don't feel sharing with others. You always share with the person who is having a non-judgmental attitude. If you've done, like suppose you've cheated in exam, you copied a paper, you will not go, you will not tell your teachers, not to your parents, but you will share with your friends. So if you want to have the communication, just have this. Now the last question is, can we manage the time? Can we manage the time? Answer is no. Yeah, this is my last takeaway. Everyone sitting in this room or everyone around the world having 24 hours a day, 60 minutes per day, 60 seconds per minute. In total, you have 86,400 seconds. Either it's you, it's a Donald Trump, or it's a Prime Minister Modi, or anybody. So today onwards, please stop saying you don't have time. It is not the time management, it is you have to manage yourself. Every second counts. If you fail to use your day deposit, it will not come. It is really not a bookkeeping. So whenever you spend your time, just think with whom you are spending. And your 5 people, those who surrounds you, should be the one who take you to the next level. You learn something from them. So dear student, these are the important thing. And the last point is, yesterday is a history, tomorrow is a mystery. So please, that's why we call it present. So live in a present, think about present, do better things in present. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Detail, it's imagine that she was in the things she was in the person has to know. And basically, we need to fix the same thing. No, only our dean madam will felicitate.
I would like to call our evaluators, uh, Dr. Shiva sir and Dr. Epsi ma'am for felicitation.
Application. All qualification and only the very time to interception.
Heroes for you sailors lie. Skincare, hair, fragrance, bath and body. All for you buyers. Shop now.
हमारी गिटार आमे लुटी किलू एक पताना किला जाना एटी बॉडी निगे निका पुटिन हिलू पाइलू नीटा ठिकाना ফুলরে ফলরে ধরা তার ସବୁଦିନ ଚରଣ ଦେଇଥିମା ହୃଦୟର ପଥରା ফুলরে ফলরে ধরা হেলে ଯୋଉଠି ଦେଇଥିଲେ ରଖିବୁ ଡ୍ରିମ୍ସ ନା ଡ୍ରିମ୍ସ ନୁହେଁ ଖାଲି
Good evening to one and all present here. As the day gently draws to close, we now arrive at the concluding and equally meaningful session of this International Conference 2026, the valedictory ceremony. This session marks not just the end of the program and also celebrates the knowledge gained, experience shared during this academic journey.
To begin this auspicious occasion, we seek the blessing from Almighty for the successful commencement of today's program. The lighting of the lamp symbolizes the removal of darkness and the illumination of knowledge, wisdom, and truth. I humbly invite all the dignitaries, please kindly join for the lamp lighting ceremony. Requesting Dr. Pramod Chandra Ratha sir, Chairman, Dreams University, Dr. Prakash Kumar Hota sir, Vice Chancellor, Dreams University, Srijukta Balramkar sir, Director Administration, Dreams University, Mrs. Chinmay Ratho ma'am, Director Coordination, Dreams University, Srijukta Krishna Kumar Pati sir, Registrar, Dreams University, Engineer sir, Shishir Kumar Sahu sir, Deputy Registrar, Dreams University, Advisor sir, Professor Loknath Behra sir, Director Student Relation, Dreams University, Dr. Professor Alok Ranjan Vishwal sir, Director IQAC, Dreams University, Dr. Professor Vishwaranjan Mohanty, Dean Research, Dreams University, Dr. Professor Prakash Kumar Hota sir, Dr. Professor Pratima Prakasham ma'am, Dean Dreams School of Nursing, and Premlata Devi ma'am, Dr. Bharat Parikh sir, Professor Chandan sir to join for the lamp lighting ceremony. Requesting dignitaries, please take seat on the dais. For that, I am requesting Dr. Pramod Chandra Ratha sir, Chairman, Dreams University, Dr. Professor Prakash Kumar Hota sir, Vice Chancellor, Dreams University, Srijukta Balram Kar, Director Administration, Dreams University, Register Srijukta Krishna Kumar Pati sir, Dreams University. Registration now is there. Registration. Dr. Professor Pratima Prakasham, Dean, Convener of the Conference School of Nursing, Dreams University. Professor Mrs. N. Premlata Devi, Associate Dean, Co-Convener, School of Nursing, Dreams University.
Yes, I'm ready. Oh my God, very good presentation. Important enough. Presentation.
To formally commence the valedictory function, I invite our Dean, School of Nursing, Dr. Professor Pratima Pakarsa ma'am, for welcome address and report presentation.
Slider is
A very good evening, everybody. We are officially concluding the session with the valedictory. At this moment, it's very special to us. As it's the first international conference, and we are really delighted, and we are very happy to invite our guest on the dais and off the dais. I would like to invite our honorable chairman, sir, his visionary leadership and his positive attitude towards the development of education, development of university. He's a backbone of our university. So we are really welcome you, sir, with a full hearted. We are welcoming you for this valedictory session, sir. I would like to welcome our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Prakash Kumar Bhota, sir, and who is again the very I can say, sir, is an activist towards education, the activities, the research activities. Sir is so fond of doing research and also motivating all the faculty members to do research and conduct conferences. And sir wanted to bring out new curriculum and which is suitable for this university at this present point of time. At this point, I really would welcome you, sir. And our director administration, sir, Srijukta Balram sir, and he's one of the most approachable person in this university. Anything we would go and approach sir, he would be extending his help at any moment, at any extent. We are welcoming you, sir. Our registrar Mr. Krishna Kumar sir, Krishna Kumar Pati sir, a retired IAS officer, for your motivation and this one. We are welcoming you, sir. And the faculties, the expert speakers and moderators and dear participants, we are happy to welcome you for this. And I hope definitely this conference would have brought you so much of knowledge. And we really thank and we welcome you for this valedictory ceremony. Thank you very much. Now we move on to the report presentation. I would like to summarize what are the major events happened within this 2 days of time. Slider. அங்க இருக்கு. It's not working.
Tell me it will change. Okay, so please move.
Not moving.
Wait.
Others, you move. You just go to the slide. Previous slide. Previous. Sir, just 2 minutes. Sir. 2 minutes. Next slide. We started with our inauguration ceremony, and our first session was about conceptualization to publication, which was presented by Dr. Judy from Women, and which was moderated by Professor Mr. Ratish Kumar sir, which was excellent presentation. Next slide. And followed by, we had a previous one. We had a presentation by Dr. What you are doing? Okay. By Dr. Anjana, and she was presented about the ethics and how to safeguard the human safeguard, and which was moderated by Mrs. Rojalyn Das, and it was an excellent session. People have learned about what are the ethics, what is ethics committee, how to pass through the ethics committee. They all have learned. Next. And this was done by Devakribai madam. Topic is about the qualitative methods, which was excellently moderated by Anuradha Panda from Soba College and Dr. Bharat Barik sir. Today's first session was an excellent session. Even Chairman sir was appreciating sir, and which was again moderated by Dr. Edna madam. It was an excellent presentation. Followed by, we had Chandrakala madam, which was talking about again like the data harvesting, and as well as what are the AI tools is currently which is used and which will be useful for the researchers like you, and which is applicable for even BScs to PhD people, and which was again the excellent moderation was done by Chandan sir, and the last session was done by Dr. Prakash, and which is about statistical methods, the application of statistical method, and which was done by Edwin Anand sir. And it's about like the abstract evaluators. 2 days we had 100 papers presentations were going on, which was evaluated by the 5 different evaluators. The evaluators are like Dr. Hemilata from Bangalore, from Universal College of Nursing, Dr. Shiva Shankari madam, she is associate professor from KIT University Bhubaneswar, Dr. Shiva from Soba University, Dr. Hepsi Bals Joseph from AIMS Bhubaneswar, and Swapnil sir from Parul University. These were the evaluators. Those are evaluating all 100 papers. Next one. And about our registration, we had 850 plus registrations were there, which is part like, okay, which was about, we proudly say that there are 35 PhDs were part of this conference, offline and online. And we had 11 principals were participating, and vice principals were 5, professors were 65, and tutors at the different category, including BSc and MSc, we had 40 people. Even the clinical side, I really extend my sincere thanks to them. From this roughness is also, we had 20 people who's participating, showing interest to learn about the research. And we had nearly 100 plus abstract presentation, which was happening in different batches for 2 days. And this I proudly present. We had a national and international participants, and you can see the list of the states also participated. It's almost about 21 states from India, and also the international like Saudi Arabia, Oman, UK also we had some participants. Next. This is about a pre-test and post-test score, which is about more than 75% people have scored. Knowledge is shown by here, like the poor people only 5%, and the good was almost like 75%. It was really a great achievement for you and as well as for us. Next one. And this is about the feedback. The people started to rating about their our conference. It's all about almost 60 people have given 5-star for this conference. We really thank you for your contribution. You are patient, attentive. This one. Still, the things were going on, but still we have to start our validity. We have taken only this many people, but still the feedback is going on. So this is about the short summary about 2 days of program. Thank you so much. And I take this opportunity to thank our Honorable Chairman Sir, our management, everybody who is supporting from the day one. And thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam, for the report presentation. Now, I would like to request Professor Dr. Prakash Kumar Hota, sir, Vice Chancellor, Dreams University, to deliver the speech. Sir, requesting you to grace the occasion with your words. Over to you, sir.
Good afternoon to all of you. Honorable Chairman of the University, Dr. Pramod Chandra, sir, my colleagues on the dais, and the invited speakers coming from various parts of India as well as abroad, all the delegates and dear students. First of all, I congratulate the organizers, particularly the School of Nursing, for putting up this effective show and demonstrating this kind of capability of nursing school. It is a regular feature in the Dreams University. There is nothing new. Every year, every month, some activity they are doing. As far as the topic is concerned, as I told in the uh, inauguration session also, it is quite relevant. And the technical topics, technicality of the research, you might have understood from various speakers. But my point of discussion is that Dreams University is right now, it is a teaching focused university. Now, as I told you many times, to remain in competition, gradually all the faculty members, all the students, research scholars, it is everybody's responsibility to make a gradual transition towards a research and teaching university. Because to remain in competition, when I view the future of the Indian university, we'll have to do the research also as a vital component. So knowing the topics and implementing it, that is not the new thing. Why I'm telling you? Because all the faculty member in every university or every institution, you'll see that there is a manpower crunch, lot of notes have been given, lot of students are also there to make a right balance and synergy between the teaching as well as the research. It is a challenging task, but you cannot escape from that. We have to do that. So today the best part is that I hope most of the speaker might have told also this one. We have to take the help of the artificial intelligence. So I just briefly tell what way it will help you. Knowing the experiments, knowing the subject, everything is good. But many of you do not know how to write the content, how to write an article. Unless otherwise you write the content in a right format. Do you think that international community will recognize it? I don't think so. So one thing is that time is a constraint. You have to teach as well as you do the research. Research should be disseminated. It should not be kept here in the Dreams University. There should be a strong network. As I understood, now 800 odd people have participated. That means the networking of this School of Nursing is perfect. They are doing in the right direction. Because it is not a joke. Then the people coming across India as well as abroad also. Yesterday I was talking with the madam from the woman also. Everybody know about the Dreams University Nursing School. That means it tells that the networking is towards demand. The knowledge developed should be disseminated, not only locally, not only nationally, internationally. For that, lot of infrastructure is needed. Some of the infrastructures we are having, and you people you do not know what are the other things which are already there in computer. So I don't, I'm not sure whether the research scholars or the paper contributor they have told it or not. First of all, for an example, very simple, everybody will appreciate that. There is a chat GPT. You have to collaborate with the chat GPT. Many of the faculty members, when I interact, they have done some work. They got some research output. Data is there, methodology is there, and the results are there. But they are unable to communicate with a good journal. For that reason, in our library, in your computer, many things are there. You have to cultivate, you have to explore those things. Chat GPT, what it will tell, you give your methods, give your data, and some results also. Maybe experimental, maybe theoretical. Chat GPT, when they will receive that, they will tell you these are the probable titles which will be accepted internationally. Not only that, They will not only give the names of different titles, which will be accepted. At the same time, they will be giving you different perspective, different angles. So many insight you will be knowing. Then second thing, some newcomer, new faculty member, he has done some work, but what to do some work to further extend it, what is the reference needed, and what are the literature survey. In paper we call it as the literature survey. Everybody might be knowing. From where I'll collect those things. You can ask at the best one faculty member, he or she may not be in a position to help you because of various constraints, because he may be what you call engaged in some other works. For that reason, AI powered tool, it is already available in your computer, which is known as Semantic Scholar. Semantic Scholar, it is AI powered. Any topic, you just give, input the things. I want to do this kind of research. For doing the research, it is not necessary you read a book only. Do some experimental. No, that is not sufficient. Hundreds of research paper you have to study. Who will guide you? Understand? I'm not talking about only Muslim, everywhere. So everybody, I request you go to the semantic scholar. They will guide you in the proper direction how you will do the literacy survey. Second thing, ResearchGate is another platform. Every day, since I was a faculty at BHSU till today also, I spent 1 hour in ResearchGate. What is the ResearchGate? Just like your social media platform. What's up you're doing? ResearchGate for the scientist and the researcher. It is the world's largest and the best social site. What will do that? Any paper, any what you call documentation, anything you want, you may get it. You may download it. That is one aspect. If it is not available, he will tell you some people sitting at US, he has done this paper. Understand? You give a request, just like social media, WhatsApp you are doing. Then you can ask a question, you can collaborate, you can create the network. At the same time, when you do that, many people across the world, they will ask you question. Sir, can you help in this direction? That means the network, the visibility and the outreach of the DRIEMS University will be definitely strengthened. And this is my ultimate goal. I before whenever I will be there, I don't know how much time, sir, I will stay here. But my idea is that at least the research infrastructure as well as the research necessity in higher education, every faculty member, every researcher in the DREAMS University, they should try. And I'm sure we people can do it collectively. Mr. Block, thank you.
ਗੋਰੇ ਚਿੱਟੇ ਨੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜੀਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇਣਾ online. Now, I invite our registrar Srijukta Krishna Prasad Pati Sir, DREAMS University, to address the gathering.
Honorable Chairman, sir, I am extremely thankful. Sir has allowed me to speak a few words. Respected Vice Chancellor, sir, Madam, Director Administration, sir, and Associate Dean, madam, and all the students and researchers and distinguished guests from India and outside India. Yesterday, I joined in this university and I got an opportunity to speak to all of you. And today, Honorable Chairman sir has allowed me to speak a few words. I hope yesterday it was the beginning. Now we are going to close it. And whatever has happened in the meantime, Madam has briefed us. Honorable Vice Chancellor sir also briefed. So in the meantime, within 2 days, much water has flown in the river Virupa. So I believe you must have acquainted yourself the learnings from Riyadh, from so many Malaysia, and so many distinguished experts have come and must have briefed to, which Madam has already briefed. I wish again, I wish this thing, as our Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir was telling, this should be practiced and shared for the benefit of the mankind. And although we call it is a school of nursing, but I consider this university and this school as a temples of learning, temples of love, and temples of service. Thank you again. Thank you very much.
I now invite our director, IQAC, Professor Dr. Alok Ranjan Biswal Sir, Dreams University, to address the gathering, followed by I request one of the students from Dehradun to come forward for the feedback.
Student and teacher also. Very great.
Students, we wanted your feedback, so it would be good if you come and share your ideas here. I call two students from different college. Please come forward without wasting time. I request the next student to be ready near to the stage. Please come forward from other college.
Until the college leaves, like one from you, Vivekananda, inform.
One is here.
And
From there, and
yeah, that's why I will fuck it.
experience everyone. Yes. Good evening, everyone. Myself Anjali Sijo, and I'm representing my college, SGRR College of Nursing, and we 64 students have come from Dehradun, Uttarakhand, and our principal ma'am is Dr. G. Ramalakshmi ma'am. And we are very grateful that we got this wonderful opportunity. For all of us, it was our first international conference, and we felt really welcomed at this college. And we are very grateful to this institution that you have conducted this international conference, and you have invited our college. And it was our privilege to be here and have these wonderful speakers speaking and gain some informative knowledge, because this year we are in seventh semester and we have the subject research. So it was really insightful for us, and the facilities, the food, everything was good. Everybody welcomed us with love, and we are really grateful. Thank you, everyone. Institution. Okay, ma'am. Good evening, one and all present over here. I am Shwetalinga from Vivekananda College of Nursing, Khandagiri, Bhubaneswar. And this two-day conference is too much effective to all of our students. As well as I like to thank our principal sir, Mr. Rakesh Kumar, because of his cooperation only, we all gathered here for learning something regarding the research. As well as now we are in the sixth semester. We are going to study research in the next seventh semester, and this conference will be very effective for all of us.
to know regarding the research topics. And this conference, I learned many things from all the speakers previous yesterday as well as today. And it will be very effective for knowing regarding the research and the statistical data. It is very much need to me to know regarding the research paper, but it is very much knowledgeable I gained these 2 days. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Anyone from Gopavandhu Institution of Medical Science and Research? Student, please come forward. Gopavandhu. Now I would like to call Varad Parikh sir, Dr. Varad Parikh sir, to give feedback regarding our conference, today's conference, and his experience about our college and university.
Good evening, students. So this is my third time I'm coming on the stage. So the I have written my experience in that visitor's diary also. It was wonderful being here. I came here last year with one principal meet in Bhubaneswar, and that time the principal of AIMS Bhubaneswar ma'am was talking to me about nursing education in this particular state. While talking, she was a bit disappointed with the quality of education. And this year I'm visiting this place just around 40 kilometers from Bhubaneswar, having a wonderful infrastructure, having a top-notch, top-quality teachers. I met with my own colleague actually. Many of you would not be knowing. Madam was my senior in PhD, and I came to know when I came here. So overall, the last session which I was attending with the Dr. Prakash, the things were really nice. Again, I repeat what the Vice Chancellor sir was saying. Knowledge is there. We have a knowledge, but we are lacking in the publishing. So whatever research knowledge theoretically we have, we need to apply that into the practical field. So try to do more and more researches. Odisha is a state where you'll find many community-oriented issues and problems. And as you are the part of the university, I was talking to some of the students outside of the conference, and I was telling them you are lucky enough that you have that big infrastructure, your own hospital and other things. So please utilize that. And thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, sir, for your word of appreciation. Thank you, please. Thank you.
Thank you once again, sir. Now I would like to call Dr. Chandan Pradhan, Associate Professor, MSN Department, KIT University, to share your experience. Over to you, sir.
First of all, thank you so much, Chairman sir, for allowing us, and the organizers, Dean ma'am, and the organizers for this valuable uh, stage. I have been here maybe 5 to 6 years back when there was a TNI biennial conference, and from there coming back again from KIT University to see this university. The growth of the university itself reflects the quality which is undergoing and which is going to improve with the latest sessions that has been taken up. I'm sure the students are going to be very much experienced and learned by the welcoming and gestures and so kind-hearted teachers that you have, as well as the experienced experts that has come during the conference. So thank you very much for this lovely opportunity. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so.
Now, I would like to call Birla Medical College Dean Sir to the stage for giving feedback. Madam, please come on to the stage.
Warmth and a good, very good evening to one and all. Thanks to the organizing committee to giving an opportunity to share my feedback. I am from Government College of Nursing Himsar, but I am here. I think I am only one college participant. So the Dreams College of Nursing or the School of Nursing and the Dreams University has a good deal of opportunity to provide so many courses, not like nursing, but also every aspect is going on to fulfill their dreams of our Odisha peoples to stand in international level. I wish all the best for the future generation to our Odisha. We stand here. I again thanks to see that our renowned Dean and Professor of Abhisut is here, stand in Vice Chancellor post. I think I know him very well because his academic performance and he might grace the light of our dreams, not our, those are present here and will be the future generation. So our dreams will again lighten the dreams university for Odisha. Again, it will be internationally famous and it will be like the enlightened area in everywhere in the world. I wish all the best for our Odisha's Dreams College of Nursing. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to request our Honorable Chairman, Dr. Pramod Chandra Ratsar, Dreams University, to share few words and release our e-souvenir.
Yes, sir. I can really. That's a great ये जो मैंने ऑप्शन दिया है ताकि दिया नहीं नहीं आगे रिलीज करिवे ता लास्ट
रिलीज करिया
Release
डाकिला भाई
मो पॉइंट होची रिलीज करिवे बाहर बाहर आछथि ताको डाकी दियो समस्त रिलीज करिवे सीधा
Hello. Requesting all dignitaries, please come on the dais to release our souvenir. So join with our chairman sir to release our e-souvenir. Requesting all the dignitaries.
Yes.
Requesting our dignitaries to felicitate our chairman, sir, Dr. Pramod Chandra Rathu, sir.
Certificate distribution.
Time for the best certificate.
This one.
Cordless, cordless. Get the cordless mic. Mic. Hello, hello, hello.
The most exciting moment.
Will there?
Dear participant, the most exciting moment, we have announced prizes for the first three, the best presented award out of 100. So I already told who are all these evaluators, and this award is presented by Health Education Academy, and they are very generous to accept to give 5,000 for first prize, 3,000 for second prize, and 2,000 for third prize. Now the third prize goes to DP D'Souza. The number is, the registration number is DRMU2012. I think madam is in online, so we happy to announce you, ma'am.
Only show the certificate. You can show the certificate. Just give it to sir. Sir will show the certificate.
Second place goes to Mr. Jagdish Nayak, DRMU 3020. We are happy to say that he is our alumni. The prize amount is 3,000 rupees. The prize amount is given by Health Education Academy.
Only certificates now.
The first prize goes to Miss Kajal. Her number is BRN 4009 and she's on online. She's not here. We congratulate you, ma'am. The prize amount is 5,000 rupees given by Health Education Academy. I wish all the winners the very best of luck, and thank you so much for showing your interest on the research presentations and also giving your knowledge to the youngsters. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, we have some certificate for the organizing team.
Now I would like to call all the organizing team to receive the appreciation for the work that you have done for this 2 days conference from our honorable chairman, sir. I call all the organizing team, batch-wise you can come and collect your certificate. Faculties.
You did not work? Huh?
Reception. Committee.
Very different.
Yeah.
This is success.
Next. Reception committee, please come and take away your appreciation. Participant, please encourage them. They have given you these 2 days. Now I ask scientific committee to be ready. Yes, sir. Souvenir committee and brochure committee be ready. Next one. So, actually, I'm also part of all committees, sir. Huh? The next committee, souvenir committee, please be ready. Hello.
Cordless sound here. Next, souvenir committee. Souvenir committee. Next on row, purchasing committee, be ready. Purchasing committee, be ready. Purchasing committee.
Huh?
Purchasing committee.
Okay, purchase committee. Next, hall and seating arrangement, please be ready. What we missed? Refreshment committee, food and arrangement, transport, logistic. Ma'am, we wanted to appreciate our Chinmay madam, director coordinator, where madam arranged all the files, all the memento, everything. So madam also part of our committee, purchase committee. So madam, we want to appreciate you also. It's over. Okay. Next, hall and seating arrangement. Next, logistic committee. Logistic, which includes your transportation, your food, your refreshment, everything. So, all logistic committee, please come to the stage to get your certificates. Keep some 3 certificates ready. Simply. All is over. Did we miss anything? Which one? I called a second reception committee. Go there. No, you take the certificate. No, this committee has got it. Which committee is pending now? Okay. So now there's some special, not special, the most three integral part of the people for this one. I call organizing secretary. Please take your certificate. Mr. Satish Rajamani. Next, I would like to call the co-convener, Professor Premlata Devi, to get your certificate. I call myself. No, I call myself. Next, I would like to call our convener, ma'am, Dean ma'am, to get the certificate. So I welcome myself to be to be appreciated by our management team.
Yes, sir. Yes. Did all the committee or did you receive all your appreciation? Did I miss anybody? Yeah, I just totally forgot somebody who is making us to see Zoom, no? And all the technical team, please come. Already we called, you know. Oh, that's all done. Technical committee. Satish, go. Technical committee.
Chandrakant,
So, 4 of you come. Abstract presentation moderators. I invite Smriti Rekha, Ipusmita, Subhasmita, and Sunita. Go, friend. So they are the one we're organizing 2 days of previous presentation work, and they have done a very best job. And because their timely management was really helped us to complete all on time. Anusha madam, and also there is one more girl, the other group. One along with Susmita, one girl was there. No? Susmita also please join. Susmita, who was with the abstract presentation committee? You're here. Okay. And this time I would like to call our MCs and Shiba Anita Rani and Rumi to receive their appreciation. You are not there in anything. It's gone. Thank you. Last but not the least, I can't call everybody here, but I would like to appreciate all our student volunteers who were working out of the box and outside the auditorium, and calling the students and helping them in the transportation, providing refreshments on the time, and arranging for the hostel facility, for all the support what you have given. I really wanted a very huge applause from the participants, and I really appreciate all our student volunteers. Okay, thank you so much. Dignitaries, please take your place.
as we conclude this academic program,
Sir, to speak. Now we would like to invite our chairman, sir, to give a few words.
ଆଜିର ଏଇ ଭ୍ୟାଲିଡେଟରୀ ସେକ୍ସନର ମଞ୍ଚରେ ବସିଥିବା ସମସ୍ତେ ଡ୍ରିମ୍ସ ପରିବାରର ଲୋକ, ମଞ୍ଚ ତଳେ ବସିଥିବା ଡ୍ରିମ୍ସ ପରିବାରର ଲୋକ ଓ ବାହାରୁ ଆସିଥିବା ଗେଷ୍ଟ ବନ୍ଧୁ, ଡେରାଡୁନରୁ ଆସିଥିବା ଓ ଡ୍ରିମ୍ସ ପରିବାରର ଆଉ ଅଦର କଲେଜର ଯୋଉ ପିଲାମାନେ ଆସିଛନ୍ତି, ମୁଁ ତାଙ୍କୁ ବହୁତ ବହୁତ ବଧେଇ ଦଉଛି ଯେ ସେମାନେ ଗୋଟେ ବଡ ଇଭେଣ୍ଟରେ ଆସିକିରି ପହଞ୍ଚନ୍ତି। 2 ଦିନର ଇଭେଣ୍ଟ, ପିଲାମାନେ ଟିକେ 1 ମିନିଟ ଶୁଣିବ। ତମେ ଓଡିଆ ପ୍ରାୟ ଅଲମୋଷ୍ଟ ବୁଝୁଥିବ, ତେଣୁ ମୁଁ ତମକୁ ଓଡିଆରେ କହୁଛି ଯେ 2 ଦିନର ଇଭେଣ୍ଟରେ ମୁଁ ଯେତିକି ବୁଝିଲି, ଯୋଉ ପ୍ରକାର ଡ୍ରିମ୍ସ ର ନର୍ସିଂ ୱିଙ୍ଗ କାମ କରିକିରି ଏଇଭଳିଆ ଗୋଟେ ବଡ ଇଭେଣ୍ଟ ଟାକୁ ସକ୍ସେସଫୁଲ କରିଛନ୍ତି, ମୁଁ କମିଟି କି ଫାଷ୍ଟ ବହୁତ ଧନ୍ୟବାଦ ଦେବି। ସେକେଣ୍ଡଲି, ମୁଁ 2 ଦିନ ଯାକ ୱାଚ୍ କରିଛି ଯେ ତମର ଟେକ୍ନିକାଲ କଟୁଥିଲା ଓ ଏନ୍ଜୟେବଲ ଥିଲା। ମୁଁ ମଧ୍ୟ ଟିଭି ସ୍କ୍ରିନରେ, ପୁରା ବଡ ସ୍କ୍ରିନରେ ଦେଖୁଥିଲି ବସିକିରି। ମୁଁ ଦେଖୁଥିଲି ସେଥିରେ ତମମାନଙ୍କର ଏତେ ଶିଖିବାର ଜିନିଷ ଥିଲା जोटा कि आमर VC कहिचंती प्लस आमर गेस्ट भी कहिचंती सेमाने जो कमेंट्स देउथले मु सेटा को देखि बहुत अप्रिशिएट कली मु कहले एक्चुअली इट इज ए वर्दी थिंग्स कारण पिला माने तमे माने एबेठू एटा को प्रैक्टिस करवा दरकार जो झीटा डेराडून रो कहला माने तार केते एक्सपीरियंस बहुत भलो भाबरे से ताकू कहला आउ गोटे झील भी बहुत भलो कहला मु देखिली जे एटा को तमे केते दूर ग्रहण करूच माने जेमती तमर बहुत जिनस अच्छी सेटा तुम पास कर जाउच किंतु एटा को तम मुंडरे पुरेकिरी एटा को तमे केमती यूटिलाइजेशन करिवो आ बेस्ट एबिलिटी रे तमे जेमती तमर आज गेस्ट सब आसीचंती से माने गोटे गोटे बड़ नॉलेजेबल पर्सन ताको नॉलेज को तमे केमती कैटर करिकी नब सेटा होची प्रथम कथा कारण से नॉलेज टाको से माने देले तमे ताको यूटिलाइज केते दूर करूच माने केते ग्राफिंग करिकी तमे ता दूर नहीं पारुच कारण मते भल लागिला मु बसिकी 2 घंटा सेटा को सुनिली सब सब्जेक्ट रे से कहउथांती आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस को लगेई करी केमती तमे ये जो प्रोग्राम टाको एक्टिव करिवो से विषय रे सब कहउथिले जोटा कि काली से ओमान रो मैडम जने कहउथिले से मैडम प्लस जो माने आज एठी अछंती सामने रे बसछंती समस्त को बहुत बहुत बधाई दउची कारण तांकर जो एक्सप्रेशन थिला आउ जो एबिलिटी रे से तमन को से ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम टाको दउथिले तमे से प्रोग्राम टाको निहाती जानिबा दरकार तादुर तमे जदि 25% निश्चित यूज करिवो ताल डेफिनेटली तम गोटे भलो नर्सिंग विंग रे तम बहुत ना करि परिवो नर्सिंग विंग आउ आग भलिया सेही कंडीशन ने नाही जो थरे कि गोटे नर्सिंग को लोक ये करथले आजिकाली जो माने पिला माने हमर पढुचंती से माने सबु नियर अबाउट 80% स्कोरिंग करिकरी आछंती पाठ पढिया मु जति कि हमर ड्रीम्स यूनिवर्सिटी रे मु देखिची 80% मार्किंग हेले से ड्रीम्स रे पाउची तेनु जदि भलो पिलाटा आसुची से पिलाटा डेफिनेटली भलो करिवो तेनु तुम गोटे प्लेटफॉर्म नर्सिंग विंग रे जो माने आज करिचंती से माने बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देबी गोटे इंटरनेशनल लेवल रो कॉन्फ्रेंस करि पारचंती सेटा गोटे बहुत बड़ दिनसटा तमे पिला माने सबुले हुए एमती नुहे जे आज फर्स्ट टाइम हेची सेटा नुहे बट एमाने गोटे भलो स्केल रे करचंती बड़ स्केल रे करचंती मु सेठी में एप्रिशिएट करूची माने 840 स्टूडेंट रजिस्ट्रेशन करचंती आउटसाइड रे 450 पिला अछंती ऑनलाइन रे अछंती आम पिला माने रजिस्ट्रेशन करचंती जो माने प्लस आम पाख कॉलेज वाला आछंती गोपबंधु कॉलेज आ गोटे कॉलेज एमती किछ कॉलेज भी आछंती किछि प्रोफेसर माने आछंती प्रिंसिपल माने आछंती फैकल्टी मेंबर आछंती समस्त को बहुत बहुत बधाई दउची जे से भलिया गोटे मीटिंग रे समस्त शामिल हेचंती आमे समस्त चेष्टा करिबा जे जो गेस्ट माने आस्थिले तुमको टॉप देइचंती आजी मु भाबुची तमे जदि ताधुर किछि भी ये करिवो डेफिनेटली तमे निश्चित भावरे भलो भावरे काम करि परिबो ए नर्सिंग विंग टा बहुत भलो हबो थैंक यू वेरी मच
Next, we move on to the most important event, vote of thanks. As we conclude this academic program, we near the conclusion of this valedictory ceremony. With heart full of appreciation and thanks, I invite Professor Premlata Devi Ma'am, Associate Dean, co-convener of this conference, School of Nursing, Dreams University, to propose vote of thanks.
A pleasant good evening to all our respected dignitaries on and off the dais, resource persons, moderators, evaluators, and all the delegates. I'm here to present the vote of thanks of 2 days international conference. First and foremost, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed chief guest of today's valedictory session, Dr. Pramod Chandra Rath, Honorable Chairman, Dream University, for giving this beautiful platform to grow our students and the faculty in the field of nursing professions. We express our sincere appreciation for his noble visions and for your gracious presence to be a part of this international conference. Thank you, sir. Next, I take this immense pleasure in extending my sincere gratitude to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Prakash Kumar Hota, for his continuous support and guidance in the research and academic field, which we really need while improving ourselves to be an excellent. Thank you, sir. Next, I take this privilege in expressing our heartfelt gratitude to our respected sir, Sir Balram Kar, Director Administration, for rendering never-ending support in every aspect. Lots of gratitude to you, sir. I'm extremely pleased to extend my sincere gratitude to the one and only, a dynamic lady of our Dream University, who plays a very vital role in the success of today's program. Our beloved Madam, Mrs. Chinmay Rath, Director Coordination, Dream University. Thank you, Madam, for your constant support and wholehearted cooperations and invaluable guidance, which were the instrumental in the successful completion of this conference. Thank you, Madam. We extend our warm and a sincere gratitude to all the esteemed resource persons, to all the moderators, and to all the evaluators of this 2 days international conference for giving their consents to enlighten us in these 2 day sessions. Next, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to all the distinguished guests of today's valedictory sections. Mr. Krishna Prasad Pati, Registrar, Dream University; Engineer C.C. Kumar Das, Deputy Registrar; Dr. Susan Kumar Das, Advisor, Dream University; Professor Loknath Behra, Director, Student Relations; Dr. Alok Ranjan Biswas, Director, IQAC, Dream University; Dr. Vishwaranjan Mahanti, Dean Research, for your gracious presence and giving this conference a more meaningful and memorable. Thank you. My gratitude to the person who is taking a very important role for the overall success of today's 2 days international conference. She is none other than it is our respected Madam Professor, Dr. Professor Pratima Prakasham, Dean School of Nursing. Madam, Madams has really done a very important role, and she was like every minutes and every second she was guiding us, and which we really needed for the overall success of today's international conference. So we all need support in the future also. Thank you, ma'am. I extend my warm thanks to Mr. Nirakar Sahu, PRO, for his valuable guidance and the never-ending support which we really need in every event, and a warm gratitude to all the social media team, Dream University, for your wonderful job in the technical session. Thank you. And my special gratitude goes to all the sponsors of our conference, Vision Health Science Publisher, CBS Publisher, Nursing Next Life, and SR Health Education Academy, and Gitanjali Book. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I also extend my thanks to IRAJ, International Institute of Research and the Journal, for giving a consent to publish our conference abstract. Thank you. I will like to extend my sincere thanks to all the delegates from within and outside the state for being a part of this conference. I hope you enjoy every sessions of this 2 days conference, and I hope that you have gained a valuable this knowledge with a meaningful insight. Once again, I extend to everyone, to all the delegates. Next, a big thank you
to all the faculty members of DRIEMS School of Nursing for your wonderful job and commitment for this 2 days international conference. Yes, last but not the least, a special thanks to all the students volunteers who have worked tirelessly behind the scene to ensure the smooth functioning of every aspect of these events. So your dedication and hard works truly it is a payoff. Thank you, students. Once again, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to every one of us who make this event a successful. Thank you.
May I request everyone to kindly rise for national anthem.
So 1 second, sir. All students are expected to be stay on the stage for next 15 minutes. After that, we'll arrange two for you. There is a session by next slide, which will be really helpful for you. Please bear with us for next 10 minutes. Don't make noise, please. Yes, sir.
Big congratulations. Thank you and all it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have to give a benefit idea.
Yes, ma'am. I didn't get the slide.
Actually, I have sent